Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Jem here with another pick a card reading for you guys. This one's all about what will your career be. And I also just want to mention, since some of you guys do not know, I know a lot of you guys like to pick with crystals, and in all of my intros now, I do put the crystals on halfway through the intro, just so you guys can have the best of both worlds in there, because some people like to pick without them, some people like to pick with them. So if you guys like to pick with the crystals, just stick around because we'll be putting them on in a minute. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how it works. So basically, this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, this is pile number 4, and this is pile number 5. So take a moment to pause the video if you'd like, if you want to pick without the crystals on the decks to find out which one you are the most drawn to. Once you've picked your pile, I'll have links in the description box as well as the comment box down below, so you guys can skip ahead and watch your specific reading. If you guys would like to try picking with the crystals, we're going to put the crystals on right now, and I will say try picking based on which you're the most drawn to, based on your first gut instinct rather than what crystal you think is the most beautiful. I find that works much better, but try it out and find out what works for you. Without further ado, let's get the crystals on these cards starting now. All right, so we now have the crystals placed on the cards. This is Numite, this is Scolasite, this is Fluorite, this is Mukatite Jasper, and this is Himalayan Quartz. So pick which pile you're the most drawn to, and then I'll have the timestamps linked below down in the description box and the comment box, like I said. And without further ado, let's get started into this career reading starting now. All right, so pile number 1, let's find out what your career will be. All right, so I'm getting a few different messages for you guys. Pile number 1, we do start off with the moon card. The moon always deals with intuition. It could also mean that some of you guys like to work at night or are night owls. You're most creative at night. You probably might take a night shift or work at night or just do any of your own creative stuff at night. But it is also highly intuitive, so you guys might be intuitives for your job. We also do have the strength card. This is inner strength, building up a lot of strength. You guys might do something where you actually have to move like heavy sort of like objects or things when we have the 10 of Wands as well in there. So you guys might do some like heavy lifting in your job, which could mean physically or spiritually as well. So if you guys are more on the spiritual side, I do see you guys like kind of being a healer and taking on people's burdens and getting rid of them and kind of transmuting them. I also see some of you guys as like herbalists or potionists or alchemists as well. When we do have this card, I feel like you guys are kind of like mixing earthly things. The Pentacles always deals with earthly stuff. If not, if that doesn't resonate at all with you guys and you guys are totally not spiritual, I do also see you guys working in some sort of construction business, building homes, building houses, moving heavy type of objects or things like that, and having like needing a lot of physical strength. This can mean inner strength or physical strength. So there's two different like options that I'm totally seeing here for you guys. So if you're more of the spiritual type of people, I do see this as more of like more witchy type of things. I do see you guys maybe even as writers as well. When we do have this one, I feel like this could either be writing a book or something like that. But if it's more on the physical level and there's no spiritual side to this whatsoever, like I said, I do see it more on the side of construction, building things and stuff like that. But also when we do have the sorceress card over at the end here, this is you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. I do get more of the spiritual sense for most of you guys who pick this pile. Again, it is a general reading, so I'm always going to say both sides of the meaning, so only stick with what resonates with you because that'll be the part that is for you. So for those of you who are really into the witchy type of stuff and you're really into the occult, I do see you guys as sorceress, making herbs, potions, being a little bit more on the alchemy, witchy type side of things and using nature and all that kind of stuff, maybe even growing like your own things, and also being like a healer and healing people and helping them release their burdens and all of those types of things. Then we also do have the passion card, rise, passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. And so I do feel like you guys are going to be doing something that you're very passionate about. I don't think you guys are going to be working in anything that you don't feel passionate about. You might have to go to school for this because this can sometimes also mean school. So you might have to expand your knowledge somehow. You might end up doing it on your own, especially when we do have the strength card right next to it and the 10 of Wands. So you guys might even be self-taught in what you do and have the strength and power to totally teach it to yourself. So you guys might not end up in actual physical school, but you guys are learning somehow and teaching yourselves how to do your passion, and you guys are only going to be doing your passion. I don't feel like for the rest of your life you're going to be working for other people. I feel like you're going to be doing something that you actually really enjoy doing. Then we also have the energy card, a light inside, my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. And so with this card, I feel like you guys are going to have like kind of that almost unlimited energy and have most of your energy at night as well. So I feel like when most people are in bed and asleep, that's when you're going to be working. That's when you're going to be doing your stuff as well. So definitely just keep that in mind when you're trying to figure out what your career will be, because I definitely feel like it's something that will keep you so energetic and so passionate that you guys can like do it any hour of the night basically. And I really see that happening for you guys. We also have the blessed card right here. So I feel like you guys are blessed with a natural gift, a natural ability, and that's going to be what you end up using as your career. So if you're blessed with intuitive powers, more of the occult, metaphysical sort of stuff, I feel like that will actually be your career and that will be what you're doing. If you guys are blessed with a lot of strength, power, able to like move a lot of objects or doing anything like that, I definitely see you guys doing something with that as well. But I'm getting night vibes from you guys. I feel like you guys are going to be doing most of your work in like the late evening or doing stuff at night, and I don't feel like you guys are going to be as much in the day type of people. That is definitely what I'm getting for you guys, but I feel like you guys are blessed with the talent and that's what you're going to be using in your career. We also have the compassion love card. I feel like you guys are going to be doing what you do because you're very passionate, you love it, you have compassion for others as well, and so you're going to really love what you do. You feel like you're going to be helping people in some type of way and doing something just because you love it and you have compassion for what you are doing. Again, then we have the sorceress card over here, and then we end with the untamed. And so I feel like you guys are gonna be doing something that maybe a lot of other people kind of like look at as really different and sort of odd, especially when we do have the strength card. I feel like you guys are a little bit untamed. You guys do have this rebel side and people see it in you, and I feel like it's a really good thing, and I feel like you're going to be utilizing it in your career somehow. It's going to make you really stand out in outside of the crowd basically in your career, because you do have that untamed wild side where you don't care what anybody else thinks. You're going to stay up till late hours of the evening and people are going to think you're crazy because you have this untamed wild energy that's passionate about what you guys do, and you don't care if you work until the very late evenings of the night just because you're so passionate about it and you're just untamed. There's no taming that energy. There's no taming that lion and beast. I feel like you're able to tame it enough to be in control of it, but you still like that wild side that you have. You like being a little bit different. You like being a little bit out there, and I love that about you guys. So I feel like that's what you're gonna be doing with your career. So I hope that made sense for you guys, and that is what I see for you, pile number 1. All right, moving on to pile number 2. Let's find out what your career is going to be. All right, so pile number 2, when we start off with the Fool card, especially when it's beside the Ace of Wands, I feel like you guys kind of do something that's a little bit outside of the box, that's a little bit different, and everyone else kind of looks at you like, what are you doing? Like, that is so different, that's so off like the beaten path. You might do something that people really haven't thought of doing before. It also could be like acting. I do see this also a little bit as acting, because the Fool is like infinite possibility, and he's able to morph into like different characters, be different things, because he's like the beginning stage of things. And when it's beside the Ace of Wands, I do also feel like there's a highly creative side in you guys, that you guys can just like be any sort of personality and let these personalities sort of shine. So I do see a little bit of that for you guys. So if any of you guys want to work in a creative field or anything like that, I definitely see you guys working in a creative field that might be a little bit odd, a little bit different. People think you're a little bit crazy for it, but I feel like you're going to add like this new sense that nobody else has really kind of seen before. Then we also have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this might be something that is a long-term goal for you guys, and you guys need to really stick with it in order to make it happen. I feel like if you guys just kind of let it be here and there, and like you don't really dedicate yourself to it, I don't feel like it's going to happen. This is something that I feel like you guys really need to dedicate yourselves to in order to make it happen for you guys. If you guys have this dream or this inspiration of creativity that you want to create as your career, you just need to really stick with it. I feel like there's a potential to make a lot of money in this, and there's a huge potential for this career choice for you guys, but it's all about sticking with it and really believing in it and using the law of attraction, using spirituality in order to kind of get you there, because I feel like if you guys distract yourselves a little bit too much, you will fall off the path, and I don't feel like you'll be as successful as you might want to be. I do see you guys being insanely successful with it though, if you guys do stick with it, because then we also do have the Victory card. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. And so this is all about sticking with it, especially when we do have the Knight of Pentacles here. This is all about that mundane kind of boring stuff when you know you need to get up and go to school for this, you know you need to get your work done, you know you need to do this and do that, and it might be like working on the grind and doing things that maybe you don't even want to do for like a little while, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean it more in the way of usually creative people, they don't like doing the more mundane tasks. They don't really like getting up and going to school and doing homework and all that kind of stuff. But you need to be dedicated to doing those sorts of things in order to get yourself where you need to go, is basically what I mean by that. So that hard work and dedication, and not just doing it on a whim and doing it here and there. But I do feel like you guys will eventually have that choice of being able to do things on a whim and being able to kind of like let your creativity shine. I also feel like there might be like a big career change for you guys. I feel like you guys might start out doing something that is a little bit normal, or you might go to school for something that's a bit more regular, a bit more normal, and I feel like you guys might end up choosing something completely different halfway through going to school or something like that. Even if you guys already have a career, I feel like something else might take off in between that, and you might just be like, I'm gonna go do my creative thing. I feel like there's something creative for you guys waiting there. Whatever you guys really, really love to do, whatever you guys have that raw passion for, I feel like you're eventually gonna go off your normal path and just be like, I am going to pursue this now. And I feel like you're gonna make a very big change partway through. It's also really funny that I said that, because the next card that we have is the best possible decision. Armedes, the god of bow, help me see what must be known. And so I feel like you guys are literally gonna have an epiphany like halfway through doing a more mundane, normal career path, and you guys are just gonna be like, okay, dropping out of school or dropping out of this regular job and just doing what I really actually love. And I feel like you guys are gonna be like, okay, this is the best decision I ever made. Like, it might be scary at first, it might be like stepping into the unknown and stepping into a reality you didn't think was possible, but I feel like in the end of it, you guys are gonna just thank yourselves and be like, this was the best possible decision I could have ever made. And I feel like you guys will be very victorious at it. But I feel like you guys need to go through some sort of like regular, like mundane, like kind of learning phase where you guys are going to school in order to kind of have this breakthrough of like, you know what, I cannot do that. I feel like you guys are going to have that breakthrough of like, I cannot live that regular life because this is me and this is what I'm passionate about. You guys will have that breakthrough moment. Also, with the next card being the card of orphaned, I feel like this connects a lot to the Fool card, because the Fool goes on his own sort of journey and he does it on his own. He just takes that little backpack with him and he's like, okay guys, I know I might be crazy, but I have this idea, I have this inspiration. He starts his journey. So I feel like you guys might feel a little bit orphaned at first when you guys decide to go off of your normal path. I feel like everyone's gonna look at you like you're crazy. You might feel a little bit ostracized at the beginning, but that's really just a mind frame. I feel like everyone's gonna love and accept you, you know, in the end, but it just might feel a little bit different and people might be caught off guard because it's gonna happen unexpectedly, I totally feel. So just know you might have that little feeling when you guys first break free from your regular job or your regular like routine of going to school or anything like that, and it just might be like, you know what guys, this is me. It's coming out. And I feel like it's been wanting to come out for a while and it finally will. And that's gonna be kind of like your guys' career path, is doing the mundane and breaking free into something new. Then we also have the new moon of promise. New moon also always deals with the new inspirations, the new ideas, and so it connects so much with the Fool card as well as the Ace of Wands, because these are new inspirations, new ideas that come to you and change the current circumstances and offer like new perspectives on everything, new inspirations, new motivations, and there is promise within it, because it does say promise underneath there. And so I do feel like it connects a lot with the best decision possible. It promises to be victorious, guys. So I feel like you're going to be really successful once you do decide to go on your own journey and pursue your own desires. Then we do also have the card of prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. And so I feel like you guys can be really successful, especially with these, with the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you have the opportunity to make a lot of money doing what you are really passionate about. It could be opening up your own business. I do see you guys maybe as being your own business owners and not really working underneath anybody else and kind of doing it solo, doing it on your own. You might have a little bit of help here and there with some other people, but I feel like it's mostly going to be you on your own doing what you are passionate and creative about, and the universe is pouring its abundance to you. Be open to receiving it. So be open to receiving the abundance, because the universe wants to reward you for doing what you're doing and doing something a little bit different, doing something creative that only you have this gift for. And I feel like you're going to be very prosperous because of it, as long as you're open to receiving it. Then we also have heavenly mercy. And so you know what? You might feel like, oh, am I making the wrong decision? Like, should I really be doing this? If you decide to go into your own creative pursuits, and you might have these doubts, and you might be like, oh, okay, world, universe, have mercy, because I'm leaving behind the regular norm of what you're probably expected to do. But guess what? Heaven's going to reward you. You don't have to worry about anything there. I don't think there's any worries that you should have, because I feel like you're going to be more rewarded for doing this rather than what you are currently headed towards. So that is what I see for you, pile number 2. All right, pile number 3, let's find out what your career is going to be. All right, so I'm seeing a couple different things for you guys, pile number 3. With the first card being the 4 of Swords, you might be doing something where you're able to kind of relax. So you might be able to work from home. You might be making your own schedule where you guys can like kind of sleep in. I do see you guys making your own schedule. With the Lovers card next, I feel a couple different things, getting mixed messages from this one. So again, it's a general reading. Find out which one resonates with you absolutely the most, and that will be what it means for you. So the first message I'm getting from this is some of you guys might be homemakers. Some of you guys might have a spouse that works and brings in the income. It could also mean that you guys show your authentic selves, and showing your authentic self might be associated with what you guys are doing, like just being you and inspiring others to really reveal who they really are. It could also be inspiring body confidence. It could also be doing something where you guys inspire people to be the best version of themselves and motivate other people and uplift other people as well. So you could be working in a field where you really inspire, uplift others, and spread out body confidence, body positivity. We also do have the Temperance card, and this can also indicate travel, especially when it's beside the Chariot. So you guys might travel for your job. You guys might be on the road a lot. You guys might be moving from city to city. Some of you guys could be those travel bloggers or something like that. But I also feel like somehow you're adding some sort of inspiration into other people. You are taking what's in one cup and flowing it into another. You are doing something that's innovative, something that people have never really done before, something that only you really have the talent to do. Or you might be using a certain creative outlet in order to inspire something that normally isn't inspired through that same outlet. I feel like you guys are able to take something and change it for the better, basically. And with the Chariot card, I feel like you guys are going to be doing like a couple different things as well. The Chariot can also be, you know, travel. It can deal with actual cars. It can deal with planes. It can deal with anything of transportation and moving you somewhere. So you guys might work in that, or have to take a lot of transportation, be moving a lot, and physically like not be at home a lot. This could also be working with healing other people. I do see some of you guys like mixing 2 different sort of things and somehow using it in order to heal people. Some of you might be working with couples. Some of you guys might be in counseling. Some of you guys might be doing something where you're just really uplifting people and really helping people on their mental states as well. So again, it's a general rating. If certain things I say don't resonate you, listen to the other things, because there's probably going to be something in here that resonates with you and confirms what you guys want to know. Then we do also have the Dream Sweet Sleep Deep card. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn, wondrous dreams for days reborn. I feel like this connects a lot with our 4 of Swords card right now. I feel like you guys are going to be making your own schedule somehow. I feel like you guys will be able to sleep in when you want to, make your own schedules, make your own hours, and be doing all that kind of stuff. You guys also might be working with people subconsciously, and really influencing their mind states as well, because I do see that when we have a bunch of those sleep cards. So you guys might be helping people. This could also mean hypnotherapy, therapists, or any way that you're really influencing body positivity, as well as travel in there too. Then we do also have the card of New Beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So I do feel like you're going to help people have those new beginnings, inspire people to be authentic, have these new inspirations kind of come to them. And I feel like you're going to constantly be on these like new beginnings. I feel like you guys are going to be constantly doing new things and adding new things into what you do. I don't feel like your career is going to be something that's so set where you're doing the same thing every day. With this New Beginnings card, I feel like you guys almost might be doing different things every single day. There might be different tasks to complete every day, and you guys might be changing up your schedule a lot and doing different sort of events every single day and different things that kind of come up for you guys. I don't feel like it's going to be a 9 to 5, and I don't feel like it's going to be anything that is very repetitive. I feel like it's going to be changing up all the time what you guys do, and that doesn't mean you guys are going to have constant career changes. I just feel like you guys have a certain career where you just do different sorts of things every single day, and it changes up all the time. For example, like I film YouTube videos. Every single video I film is a little bit different. It's on a different subject. I film at different days of the week type of thing, so it's never consistently the same, even though it's the same sort of career. So I do feel like you guys are going to have a job similar to that, where you guys are making up your own schedules and doing different sorts of tasks every single day. We also have the card Come to the Edge, and so I feel like you guys you kind of have this idea, and I feel like you guys kind of see what it is, but I feel like you guys don't know the depth of how intense it's going to get yet. So I feel like once you guys kind of almost walk to the edge of the cliff and look at how much amazingness is below there, I feel like you guys haven't even gotten like a full idea or full grasp of how immense that your guys' career will be and how big it will actually play out in the big picture. So I do feel like there's a lot more that's going to be revealed as you guys get deeper into your careers. We also have the Wolf Instinct card. So I feel like you're going to be working a lot with like your gut instincts. I feel like you're going to wake up every day and have an inspiration for this. And I think you should always follow your gut instincts right now, because it's leading you towards what your career is going to be. So wake up in the morning. What are you feeling that day? What are you drawn to that day? And I feel like that is going to be also how you guys play out your career. You're going to wake up and just be like, okay, what is today calling me to do? And I feel like that's going to be kind of what your career ends up being like, and it's also going to lead you to what your career is in doing that right now. Then we also have the card Mother Earth. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. So some of you guys might really be helping with nature. You might be helping with the environment, but I'm getting more of the sense of people and body positivity for some reason. I'm not really sure. I think you guys might be inspiring that, and through travel and through being really healthy and doing all that sorts of stuff, I do see that being a big possibility for you guys. And you're just going to, I feel like, really inspire people. Whatever you wake up feeling like, the universe needs to change in this way. And so I feel like you guys are going to use your social influence in order to be like, okay, we're going to change up this today, and we're going to work on changing the world to be better in this sort of way. Then we also have the card of Authentic Voice. So this is crazy because it deals with the Lovers so much. And so I feel like you guys have such an authentic voice that needs to come out, and you guys see where the world needs to change, and you understand that. And I feel like you're going to use maybe some kind of social influence or something like that in order to inspire the world and influence change into this world. Some of you guys might literally be influencers and doing different things all the time in order to inspire the best change in the world that you guys believe is needed. And I feel like you guys are very able to see that, and you're able to speak your authenticity, and you'll be able to speak it more and more. Even if you guys are at the stage of your life where you still feel shy and you haven't really come into that authentic self yet, don't worry, because it is coming, and you guys will fall into that very authentic self, and you'll be able to really speak your mind and do all sorts of things like that, and be able to really inspire the world and inspire massive change. So that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. All right, moving on to pile number 4. Let's find out what your careers are going to be. All right, so I'm seeing a couple different things for you guys. Pile number 4, when we do start off with the 7 of Swords, we do have a lot of sword cards going on around here, but with the 7 of Swords, this is kind of like almost dealing with injustice in some type of way. So if you guys are like looking into law or anything like that, I feel like that might be your guys' career. Again, this is a general reading, so I'm going to go into a couple different options here and just find out which one resonates with you the most. The first message that I got, though, is working in the law or justice system, because there is so many sword cards here, and the sword cards do deal with law and justice once in a while. They also deal with just reading up a lot, studying a lot, working maybe even in politics as well, and kind of looking at the events in the world and how the events in the world need to change, offer change, new thinking ideas, things like that. With the Ace of Cups, this also might be something to deal with love in some type of way, or some type of like thing that you're really passionate about because of your own emotions, and the way that you're really feeling might be something that you end up making a career out of, because you are something that you're very emotional about, but something that you also have a lot of knowledge about. So it's something that you guys feel wealthy in the amount of knowledge in, but you also feel a strong emotional attraction to whatever it is that you guys are going to be doing. I feel like it's something that really fills your cup in the way of whatever that you're so passionate about. Doing whatever you guys are going to be doing in your work is going to fill you with energy. It's going to fill you with inspiration and fill you with love. And I feel like it's also going to challenge your ways of thinking. You guys also might be teachers. Again, with the sword cards, this can also mean actual teachers as well. It could also be like public speaking, anything to deal with public speaking and talking in front of large crowds or anything like that could also be that as well, because this also deals with communication. Some of you guys might be using your voice and be singers as well, especially when we have the Ace of Cups in there. So some of you guys might really like to be in stage in front of a lot of people, be sharing like your emotional voice through singing as well, so that could definitely be an option for some of you. We also have the card of confidence. By earth, air, water, and fire, let my confidence take light and burn higher. And so with this card right here, I feel like you guys have a lot of confidence, especially with that Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Ace of Cups right there. There's a lot of ace energy, and so it's like very new, young, like really like high energy type of stuff. So you guys like to be very stimulated. You guys like to be doing new things all the time, learning new things, being passionate about new things. I feel like you guys are the type that get bored really easily if you're doing the same thing all the time. So you're going to be wanting to be in a career that changes up all the time and adds that new fresh side all the time and challenges you mentally and challenges you emotionally and with what you know and your desire to learn new things. And so with this confidence card, I feel like you're going to be very confident in your career as well. I feel like you're going to be very excited about it and be very confident as a person in this career space. We do also have the card of knowledge. Let me connect above and below and let the knowledge of the ancestors flow. And so with this, I do feel like you guys are going to be constantly learning new things with that Ace of Swords. Some of you guys might be going into some sort of schooling where you guys end up being teachers or working on your communication somehow, working on your speaking, public speaking as well. Some of you guys might not going to school at all and might skip school just because of the type of career choice that you guys have. But again, it's a general reading, so I'm just going to say all the things that belong into any of these cards and just let whatever resonates with you the most be what you take out of this. But I do feel like you guys are going to be learning new things on the job all the time in your guys' career and expanding your knowledge constantly. It might be a job where you guys have to go to school for a while for it or something like that, or it could just be a job that challenges you every day to learn new things and learn new tasks. That could also be in like singing or something where you're constantly expanding your creativity and expanding your mind and how you want to communicate certain lyrics or anything like that. Could be teaching where you're constantly expanding your knowledge in order to teach new things, in order to teach new subjects. Then we do also have the card of serendipity right here. And so I feel like just the events that are going to occur in your life will just lead you here. I don't even feel like it's going to be planned out. I feel like you're really just going to end up doing this and it's somehow just going to be your career with this serendipity card right here. I feel like it's almost going to be like something you don't even think about but just end up doing type of deal. Then we also do have the winter solstice of reflection. And so I feel like when you really look at yourself, you already know like who you are deep down inside. You already know kind of like what you're going to end up doing, and you already kind of feel it probably, especially if you do take time to meditate and really reflect on who you are. I feel like you're just going to be able to see what's right for you and what fits for you. We do also have the card here of unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. And so I feel like you're going to have this profound way of being able to love everyone no matter who they are, even if they're people that aren't really likable. I feel like you're going to have the ability to really like them and kind of see that and almost uplift other people and just be able to spread love and inspiration to people and spread new ideas and new knowledge and new ways of thinking to people that don't really see it yet. Then we also do have the card of meaningful sacrifice right here. And so I do feel like you guys will have to sacrifice a few things for your career. You will have to let some things go, but there's meaning behind that sacrifice. I feel like you guys will be very passionate about what you end up doing, that anything that you do have to let go of will be basically justified in doing that. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 5 or pile number 4, and I hope that made sense. All right, moving on to our last pile number 5. Let's find out what your career is going to be. All right, so pile number 5, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm going to say multiple different messages that I'm getting for you guys and just listen to what resonates with you the most. Since it is a general reading, I'm just going to say every single option that I see here and just take from it what you resonate with the most. So our first card here is the 10 of Cups right here, and this makes me look at family life. Some of you guys, again, might be homemakers, or you just might have a spouse that brings in all the money, or it could just mean that you have a very happy family life and you're able to work from home as well and just spend time with your family. It could also point towards that. So you just might have a job where you work from home. I feel like most of you guys that pick this pile will be business owners, or your spouse will be a very successful business owner. When we do have the World card, I do feel like there's travel involved in what you guys do. I also see you guys as spiritual people. The World can also deal with immensely with spirituality and helping people in a massive spiritual way as well. But I do see some of you guys as very successful business owners, bringing in a lot of money, but also having a very very happy like foundation, family life. I do feel you guys are going to be very wealthy though in your guys' lives, but you guys might be somehow touching people around the world and making people feel almost like one. You guys also might have this sort of community that you have, that you are basically the spotlight of this community. So you guys might do something that's online with spirituality, or do something like where you guys are kind of in the spotlight and you guys basically have a large following around you, when we do have the Emperor card and with these cards around here as well. So you guys might be quite famous for what you do, or just have a business that's very well known. You might own a business that's very well known, or you might marry somebody who has a very well known business and you might marry into that. So those are the couple of options that I'm seeing here for you guys. Then we also do have the card of psychic protection. Around me now, a shield of gold protecting me, strong and bold. And so if you guys do work in spirituality, I do feel like you do have to protect yourselves from, you know, the amount that you guys are going to be so known that there's obviously going to be some negative energy or people that probably do not like you, and so you will have to protect yourself psychically and spiritually, especially if you are so well known around the world. So there will need to be some psychic protection involved in this. We do also have the card of trust. I am safe, I am secure, in love I trust, my faith endures. And so I do feel like you guys just need to spread love. I feel like you guys are going to be spreading love and inspiration to this world, and just keep on that path in order to protect yourself psychically from anything as well. So just trust in this, and trust that this is going to be successful. It's going to be very, very good for you and very good for the world as well. What you're doing, I feel like, is going to benefit the world so much. We do also have the card of exchanging gifts right here. So whatever you guys are going to be doing, whether that's owning a business, I do feel like somehow you guys are going to be very well known for it. But with the exchanging gifts card, so if this is spiritual, or even if it's more of just a physical, regular type of business that's well known, somehow you're going to be exchanging a gift that you have to offer the world, and the world's going to be very thankful for it. The world really needs this unique gift that you have, that you're going to be really sharing and exchanging into the world, and the world will pay you back by giving you a very beautiful lifestyle that you guys can live in a very beautiful type of way. Then we do have the card Iceberg of Submerged. I do feel like you guys are going to be working more in the spiritual sense when we do have this card. So I feel like you guys are going to be looking into things that people can't normally see. Somehow you're able to tap into things that normal people aren't able to see or look at, which makes me feel like this is, again, more spiritual type of gifts and things like that. Then we also have the card Go Outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. So you guys might be working from home, and you might have a tendency to be inside a lot of your time, even though you do travel probably for your business that you will be doing. I do feel like you guys will still be indoors a lot, and you will need to remind yourself to go out and get some fresh air in order to recuperate and regenerate your guys' lives. But I do feel like you guys will be working indoors quite a bit. Then we do also have the card of Karmic Grace right here, and so I do feel like, you know, you came to this world to do what you're about to be doing, and that's why it's going to be so successful, so worldly known, is because you came here specifically for this purpose. And so it is your karma, and you're going to be going around in this world with this like these immense gifts that you can basically offer this world, and it's going to be amazing. Honestly, you're going to walk with grace. People see you as a huge, bright, shining light, and I feel like you're going to offer this world something so beautiful and so amazing that people will totally remember you by. So that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 5, and I hope that resonated. I hope it made sense for you guys. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and hit that little notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I upload a video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.